if gold or silver is part of your theme, we don't need to wear sunglasses when we're in your house because everything is shining and in our faces. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, The Bulletproof Life. It's your girl, Ronke Odewumi, and as usual, I'm delighted to have you here. You will have picked up from the introduction to this video that today I'm going to be talking about decor. I'm talking about how to decorate your home on a budget, how to make your space gorgeous and beautiful and calming for you while staying on a budget. You know I'm always about the budget. We have to spend money wisely. I've done it. I've made my home a beautiful, calming space for myself and my family, and I want to tell you how I did it in this video. But before we get right into that, can I ask you to please take a minute to press the like button for me? This is to make sure that YouTube shares this video with other people like you so that we can build a bigger bulletproof community, millionaire next door and all of that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the bell so you can get notifications every time I share a new video. So let's get right into today's topic. How can you make your space beautiful on a budget? How can you decorate your home on a budget and save money while creating a space that is beautiful and wow? As we go on through this video, I will be sharing pictures of my own space so you can see how I have lived what I'm teaching you, how I have done it, what I have done, and how I have done it. In addition to creating a space that is beautiful for me and my family, I also share pictures and videos of my space on Instagram, and the handle is Denton House. So if you have a minute, you can pop by and follow my Instagram account where I talk about my home. Now, the first thing you need to do in making your home a beautiful space on a budget is to buy what you love. You are going to be living in that space. You are going to be using those things that you buy. You're going to be living around it. So it needs to be something that you love. It needs to be something that is wow. If you look at it and you say, maybe, not bad, you're not buying it. That is the first rule of making your space beautiful. It needs to be beautiful to you because you are the person that's going to be living in it. Apart from the fact that there's social media and you can share pictures of your space, the most important person in your space is you and your family because you're going to be living in it. And that's why it's very important that you buy what you love. The second thing you need to do to make your space beautiful on a budget is for you to do DIY art and prints. Yes, I've got quite a bit of DIY art and prints that I have done, and I'm showing you pictures here. In addition to doing DIY art and prints, sometimes I just print out something that I like. You can create your own art. This particular art that I'm showing you now, I actually made on my phone and then had it printed out in a shop. I'm yet to put it into a frame, but that is what I'm planning to put on one of my walls. There's a bit of DIY art and prints that you can do that can make your space beautiful. The other thing you can do, still in the line of creating art for your wall, is to frame your own scenic photographs. When you go on holiday, you can take lots of nice pictures, which you can then frame for your space. You don't even have to go on holiday. It could be your own local environment. Where you live is somebody else's holiday location. So you can take nice pictures in your neighborhood, nice pictures early in the morning, nice pictures in the evening. If you go out and there's a nice bridge in your city, take a picture of it and frame it and you can put it on your wall. I've done exactly that. The picture I'm showing you now is from my downstairs loo. I've got a video which is also going to come up now. This is just to show you some of the pictures my husband and I have taken over the years, which we have then printed and put up in our downstairs loo. So this mini gallery that we have in our downstairs loo are just pictures my husband and I have taken while on holiday with our own camera, and I've just had them printed out at Tesco. I think the whole printing must have cost me about £10, and then I bought these frames which are from IKEA, very lovely gold frames. I bought them, put the pictures in myself and hung them up by myself, and as you can see, I've got pictures from Rome, from Spain, from Switzerland, different places where we've been to, where I've taken pictures, and then we've put that on our wall. So that's an easy, cheap, budget-friendly way to create art and print for your wall. You need a good camera to get good resolution pictures, but a lot of us have really good cameras and we can use them to take pictures. So that's the third thing you need to do, is to frame your own scenic photographs. This next point is something that a lot of you probably frown at, but I'm telling you that it works, and it's thrift shopping. You're looking now at a frame which I bought from a charity shop for £7. This frame is gorgeous, and when I bought it, it was just wood, and then I went at it with some gold leaf by myself and added the gold touch to the body of the frame just to make it a bit more glam and luxurious and all of that. So thrift shopping is another way to get things for your house. It's not just frames you can get for your house from charity shops or from vintage shops. You can get so many things. You can get furniture. A lot of people get good furniture from thrift shops. In our previous home, I had quite a lot of furniture from thrift shops. My children's dresser was from a thrift shop. Be surprised what you will find in charity shops and vintage shops. So give it a go, visit them, check them out, and see what you can get from thrift shops for your space. And then anything you get from these shops, you don't have to keep them as they are at the time when you bought them. You can play with them, be creative with them. The fact that you bought them cheaply also means that you feel more at ease doing things to them, because it's very hard for you to buy a framed art of £500 or £1,000 and then you want to start messing around with the frame. You don't want to do that. But with something that you get from a thrift shop, which, like this frame I've just showed you was £7, I was quite happy to do things to the frame, because the worst case scenario was I was going to ruin it. But I didn't ruin it. At the end of the day, it's turned out really nicely. I love the way it looks. I'm happy with it, and it hangs up in my guest room. A few months ago, I read an article about how a lot of millennials adopt plants as their last born. And to be honest, I'm one of those millennials. I like to buy plants, and they do amazing things for your space. I have a Monstera sitting somewhere over there. I have Sansevieria, which is mother-in-law's thorn. I have peace lilies. I have a thing for peace lilies because they're very hardy and they survive in a lot of funny spaces, and they just survive quite well. So plants do great things for your space. They make your space look nice, and they add that extra glamorous, luxurious, homey feeling to your space. It's a living thing and it's in your space, and it just makes it all nice. And the other thing is that there are quite a number of plants that improve the air that you breathe in. The peace lily, for example, improves the air that you breathe in, and it's just nice. And over time, I've become quite involved with my plants, taking care of them. And when they get a new leaf, it makes me so happy. I'm really, really happy. My plants are literally like my last born. But plants are a great way to beautify your space on a budget. They don't cost a lot, especially if you buy them when they are small and you allow them to grow. This particular plant I'm showing you now had about 5 little buds when I bought it. You can see now that it's gone rogue and has now quite a lot of leaves, and it just keeps growing. This one particularly loves sunshine and it doesn't like to be watered, and it just sits very near my porch door and gets all the sun rays it can get. It sits near the south facing door so that it gets a lot of sun, and then it's blossomed and done really well, which reminds me of a story about plants that I have. So I noticed that a lot of my plants seem to be dying, and when I typed in their symptoms into Google, what was going on with them, brown leaves, droopy leaves, this, that, a lot of Google search came back and said they were getting too much water, and I was quite confused because I didn't understand what was going on, because I was watering them maybe once a week, sometimes even once in 2 weeks. I wasn't sure what was happening. I thought I was the one killing my plants, with water. But what I later found out was that my younger daughter had been watering my plants behind my back. She'd been helping me keep them alive and watering them to death. And when I found out, I really didn't know what to do, because I was like, I kept telling her, don't water the plants. And then she'd be like, they're hungry, they are thirsty. How do you know, my darling? How do you know? But she keeps watering the plants and they kept dying. And then I found out also that she liked to touch my plants. So if you're somebody with young children, please avoid buying poisonous plants, because your kids are likely to touch them. She liked touching the plants, which my plants didn't really like, which contributed to why they were dying. So what I then did was that when I found out that, telling her to stop wasn't really working, I appointed her as the plant manager. And I said to her, you are the plant manager and you have to make sure that nobody touches my plants and nobody waters them. And she took her role very seriously because she was so busy keeping everybody else from touching and watering. She wasn't touching and watering either. She took the job really seriously. You don't touch them, you don't water them, they're mommy's plants, I'm the plant manager. That went on for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then she lost interest completely in being the plant manager and in generally watering my plants to death. So that's my plant story, an interesting one, I think. Yeah, so buy plants. They are very nice for making your space more beautiful. The next point is that less is more. Yes, less is more. You don't need to have 3 sofas or 4 sofas in your living room. Throw pillows are great. You can never have too much throw pillows, is what I say. But at the same time, you don't need 20 throw pillows. You don't need to fill your space chock full with furniture. If you're doing gold, if gold or silver is part of your theme, we don't need to wear sunglasses when we're in your house because everything is shining and in our faces. Less is more. That is something you need to bear in mind as you fill your space. I'm a bit of a minimalist, so I'm not a fan of filling my space with a lot of things. Sometimes when I go through Instagram home decor accounts, some of them are just simply run away because they are maximalists, and so they fill their space with a lot of things. And to be honest, a lot of these spaces look good. These people have mastered the art of making maximalism gorgeous. I'm still here to say less is more. Don't fill your space with things. Don't feel that every single space in your house, every little corner needs to have an object, because that's more things for you to clean. That's more things for you to dust. And after a while, it just looks like your space is cluttered, and it's not good for your well-being when you're living in a cluttered space. You have to try and maneuver yourself around all your decorative items because you've got so many things going on. Now, what I'm showing you now are my bedside drawers. They didn't come like this. They didn't come with this splash of gold. They didn't come with these gold knobs. And that's the next point I'm sharing with you. Feel free to uplift store purchases. So if you buy something in store, you can make it nicer. You can make it prettier. And there's a lot of inspiration on Instagram, on YouTube, and even more on Pinterest on how to jazz up things. So if you go to IKEA or you go to the Range or you go to one of those stores and you buy yourself a nice home furniture, you can uplift it. What I've done here is uplift my dressers. So they came with black knobs, these dressers, and I'm happy to put links in the description for you if you like them. They came in with black knobs. What I then did was buy gold knobs to replace the black knobs that these dressers came with. And then I bought some gold leaf off Amazon. I really love gold leafing. So gold leafing is something I love to do. I still have a bit of gold leaf left somewhere in the drawer, and I'm always looking for things to gold leaf, within common sense. So I decided to gold leaf this dresser just to make it different. And as you can see, I didn't particularly follow a pattern. I just, dabbed some gold leaf glue on the drawer and then went in with my gold leaf and had a lot of fun creating this abstract design on my dresser. But what it's done is that it's made my dresser completely unique, completely different. Nobody else has this particular set of drawers, and that makes me extremely happy. It makes me super, super happy. And also it's glam, it's luxurious, it's nice in my bedroom. It ties in with my theme, which brings me to the next point. You should have a theme. Have a theme that you're working with, a set of colors. If you're doing blues and yellows like I've done on my sofa, repeat it in that space so that it's clear that's what you're doing. I'm not saying paint your whole room blue or put yellow in everything, but tie it in together. I have a trick of making sure that if I'm using a particular color, it shows up 3 times in a particular space where it's being used. So have a theme. It could also be a style. Maybe you can decide your style. You want to be boho, you want to be glam, you want to be minimalist, you want to be straight lines, you want to go for black and white, you want to go for a particular kind of look, a Baroque look or a French Parisian look. So have a theme in mind when you're putting your space together, because it will provide guidance to you and help you also stay within budget. So you're not buying things that don't fit within your space and then you're not looking for ways to get rid of them, or you have to hide them in the garage because they don't fit in with your theme anymore, but you've spent money on them. So try and have a theme that you're working with when you're doing your house decor. The other thing is to shop online, because shopping online allows you to easily compare prices. If you're going in store, sometimes you can't tell if what you're getting is a good deal. If you love it, yes, but at the same time, it's nice to get a good deal. So if you shop online, you can compare prices. you're trying to buy something as simple as throw pillows, you can check online for different styles, different colors, or if you have a particular color in mind, you can compare with different stores to see who has the best deal for the size of throw pillows you're trying to buy. So shopping online has the benefit of allowing you to compare prices. The other thing you need to do is to know where to go. Yes, you need to know where to go to get your home stuff. And my favorite stores are stores like Home Sense. I'm a big fan of Home Sense. These yellow throw pillows here are from Home Sense. IKEA is a favorite because you can get really good affordable things there, and they have some really nice things. So, I love buying things at IKEA. The Range is another good place to go for. Dunelm is another one to go for. I will make a list of my favorite stores to buy home decor stuff and put them in the description so that you can check them out and you can decide if you like anything from these stores. And I think there's one more thing I'd like to add for you as a home decor thing is for you to be innovative. Try and be innovative and think out of the box when you do your home decor. Let me show you something that's a bit out of the box for me. So what I did, these throw pillows are from a fabric called Adire, and they are from Abeokuta. So what I did was I asked my mom to help me buy yards of this fabric, and I had them made into throw pillow covers. And then what I did was buy the filling, the throw pillow itself, and then I have these throw pillows. The interesting thing is that I found a website that sells these throw pillows in this kind of fabric, batik or Adire fabric, and you need to see the price. The price is crazy. The price is completely crazy. I'm at the point now where I'm starting to think I need to start making and selling, batik throw pillows or throw pillow covers. These throw pillow covers are also padded. So I asked my tailor to provide a bit of padding inside the throw pillow. So she hasn't just made the cover as a cover that has just fabric. It's got padding in it. I'm trying to show you a bit of the padding. So it's got padding in the pillows, which make them really nice to sit with. So I like to sit with them on this, my favorite sofa, and hang out. So it's really a nice set of throw pillows. And that's the last point I want to share with you. Think out of the box when you're doing your interior decor, when you're decorating on a budget. You'll be surprised all the things you can DIY or you can uplift to make your space really beautiful. You can paint things, you can gold leaf things, you can have things designed and made up for you so that they can be unique and they're just within your own space. Most importantly, keep an eye on what you're spending. Have a budget for every purchase before you make it. Make sure it fits in with your budget for the month so you're not spending outside of what you can afford. And please go ahead and make your space beautiful, calming, and ready for you to enjoy at all times. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's added some value to you. I hope you're going to start thinking about how to make your space beautiful on a budget. Don't say, oh, I don't have any money, or Ronke said we shouldn't spend any money, so I have to live in a crappy space. No, you don't have to live in a crappy space. You can live in a nice space and spend just a little bit of money to make it really beautiful. And that's why I brought you this video today. We're all about bulletproofing our lives, and that includes making our spaces calming and beautiful and welcoming for us after a hard day's work. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do it by pressing the red button on your right. Don't forget to press the like button if you haven't. I love it when I see you guys smashing that like button and the numbers are going up. Love it, love it, love it. Until my next video, you take care of yourself and keep living that bulletproof life. Bye-bye.